All right. Can you guys hear me?
Okay.
All right, cool. I'm going to restart. I'm going to be having my eyes on the main chat. So if at any point I drop out, just let me know and we'll fix it from there. It should be good by tomorrow, though, the connection. Okay, so man, it doesn't feel right to start. Doesn't feel very authentic repeating everything, but happy new year to everyone. I'll be nice and brief. I know it's a holiday. You guys know that we know it's holiday season. So we've been strategic with rolling out utility as well as promotion, exposure, but we still have our daily VC 24/7 active chat to let you guys know we're obviously still working hard in the background, and that is what we're doing on these VCs going forward for some time. So as far as what's happening in the background, the augmented reality filter for Instagram is ready to go officially today. We wanted to have it for today for your events, your festivities with New Year's. You can have this filter with fireworks, etc. But realistically, everyone is quite busy, as you see from the activity across the market. So if somebody wants to have the augmented reality out today instead, I can try and get it uploaded. So yeah, it's really just downloading the AR files and uploading them to Facebook. So it'll be available on Facebook and Instagram. So that is our next utility to come out. And then we'll be using that in the future as well as now for reels, of course, vlogging into the conferences we're going into, and the viral promo contest voted by the community. But we're going to be using that for other viral promo contests that are more on stream to trends that are happening right now. For example, right now we could have used it for Instagram. It's like what is there? The caption is, "There you have it," and that marks the end of 2022, which is from baseball. That's how they close out the games. But now people are saying it like tag the most beautiful view that you've seen in 2022, so we could be in on those trends for likes and exposure, things like that, to go more into like that teenage teenage boy or girl that's all about social media influencer lifestyles. So we can incorporate that as well, keeping Hulking nice and relevant, entertaining. Um, so with that, that is what is ready to go. We've been on a bit of a sleep mode because we know it is holiday season, and but we're still obviously developing. So we have until the 7th, and we have 5 utilities left. So this new one will be uh, how should I say? So we're at 5. This will be the 6th, and we have 4 more to go by the 7th. So they're in development. They're good to go. We're there is the worry of one of them being delayed, but nonetheless, we have our merch line as that bonus or backup utility for it. So we have those things coming. We are looking into, as far as the background as well, what I've been looking into is conferences across Asia. So there is multiple that are happening in Thailand. I've been to Thailand a bunch, and I wanted, as personal preference, to go into Bali to be able to jump into Japan, Philippines, South Korea on flights for conferences. But the cluster of conferences that I'm seeing for February and March are Thailand. I think I've found 3. There's a monthly conference that happens in Thailand. There is one that does not have much information. So we're also talking to OKX. They're going to be sending us their list of conferences they're going to for 2023, which they're going to be working on in January. But of course, we're doing it ourselves too. So we'll be sending it over to them, forwarding over. But there's one called Block Mountain in Chiang Mai in Thailand. But clicking it does not give any information. So maybe it's all conferences talking about January is when they're going to have it out. So with the holiday season, it's not just investors, it's also our promotion company in Hong Kong, also on holiday, and also Eddie is going through some things with his family. So we wanted to use that as our entrance into Asia. But we don't want to, as you see now from the delays that we've had with them, as they're a functioning company with multiple clients, we're not their main client, of course. We don't want to fully rely on them, but we will be on their side of Asia. So if in the new year, if they say, "Hey, come over this week" or something like that, we can set up meetings, get the ball rolling. There's a conference, then we're able to fly out, no problem. So that's also another side for going into Thailand. On top of that, there's multiple other conferences that are in Kuala Lumpur, in Malaysia, which isn't necessary. Well, it is one of the hubs for crypto. So remember, the hubs in Asia for crypto that I've Googled is not necessarily in order. I think the highest was the Philippines, but I don't know if that's traders. When I was in the Philippines during crypto, it wasn't very tech focused, but yeah, Manila definitely was. I mean, Manila is humongous of a city. I got a lot of culture shock there, but it was fun. But yeah, so Philippines is up there on the list, as well as Indonesia, Japan, Thailand, Malaysia, Hong Kong. Um, yeah, I was surprised I didn't see Korea on there. But Korea has a lot of stuff happening on the inside of conferences and everything. But so we have multiple conferences for February and March in Thailand and Malaysia and Kuala Lumpur. So it's nice because these are cost affordable for Western world affiliates. So like e-commerce basically, but now obviously crypto hubs. And not even just because of tax, like Portugal, Puerto Rico. I do believe Thailand. A lot of people think it's strictly because low tax on crypto. But you know, like Hong Kong does no income tax. So, but it's also not necessarily that cost ratio for someone. So affiliate marketers for 10, 15 years go into Thailand and some of the places that I've named for a lower cost of living for them to be able to put more of a budget into their marketing to further exploit mass marketing in contrast to their competition that's in Western world with higher cost of living. So the reason I'm saying this is that it's handy for us as we can go to. I know that there's multiple cafes that are like not necessarily meetup spaces, but think WeWork, but cafe focused. That it's not targeted towards that, but because of what I've said, the majority of people there are not only social and very open because they're solo travelers, but they're also focusing on e-commerce or crypto. So instead of myself working inside of an office or a desk at home solo, I'll be able to go out every day, go to these cafes. The more times you see the same person there, you start to see their screen. What they're doing is are they on AdSimiles, Google AdSense? Do you see Dex tools? Are they checking out Bitcoin? And then you know who to talk to. But we can get some good tips from these what I call affiliate experts. And also my mentors, three of my mentors, their background before crypto was affiliate marketing for dating sites. But they can also connect us to some people that are based out in Asia for some tips and tricks on how to start our affiliate marketing campaign. We've already learned ourselves that Bloomblock will be the start as a reference when you go into affiliate marketing and you want to advertise for some of these higher end profiles. You need to send a write up and a resume of your background, or also just for the programs like the areas of like Sendinblue, Impact. These things you have to also send in a resume, and you have to get approved for a lot of these advertisements. So Bloomblock can start off with just having ads on there and building traffic. By the way, with Bloomblock, we have passed 1,000 followers, with more push coming. So we're doing search engine optimization in the background, which is writing up articles, and then they're sent all over Google. Email marketing will also be put in, but just the reason we set it up this way, that auto post for your news, is that it's something that will stay relevant. So over time, it'll just keep continuously build traffic, and there's no need to do super strong marketing, as we don't want to stray away from Holkinu's marketing. As Holkinu progresses, their utilities progress as well. And this is a utility that's not going to get old. It's not going to be, oh, this was put out months ago. This is something that's continuously updating, continuously growing itself, but we're also giving it a bit more push. So as we're doing the search engine optimization for Bloomblock, Holkinu is part of it too. Holkinu made Bloomblock. Holkinu provides Bloomblock. It's all about, it's not like an article you want to read. It's just about getting in the coding or the search from Google. It'll trigger that for higher results. It's a little bit of a trick of the trade, but these affiliate marketers in Thailand can also, so you meet them at the cafe, so let's go to dinner at the workspace, and you say, let's go to dinner after this. And then you go out and you have some drinks and you start brainstorming, you start telling them all your secrets, and they tell you all their secrets. But point being is, sorry, really straight. The augmented reality filter is ready to go. We can put that out soon. We want to do it for tonight, but obviously people are busy. But it will probably be tomorrow at the worst, the next day, and then we'll have multiple of these utilities going back to back, and then leading into the AMAs. So that way it's nice and fresh, the opposite of what we wanted to do. But yeah, the development of them, the market as far as how we've seen it, but then also combining it with exposure. So if we're having 4 utilities 4 AMAs on January 7th, and still talking to influencers for more. That way we can have multiple pieces of information shared on each of, like, this one we're going to focus on Bloom Block, this one will focus on augmented reality filters, so on and so forth, and be able to cover all of them. And as far as going into Asia, our entrance point most likely looks like Thailand. I am still looking at conferences, but we found 3 or 4 in Thailand. One of them is called Block Mountain. Block Mountain, I'm trying to get the information on it, but it isn't very clear. We're talking to OKX for their list of conferences. They're preparing that in January. So it could also be that this slow volume in the market is not just on traders, but it's also for these companies as they're taking their holidays, like our promotion companies taking holidays, but also Eddie's going through family stuff. And we don't want to wait for them. So instead of flying to Hong Kong, I'll fly into Thailand. We're right next door. When they're ready, we're able to market out my plane ticket. Say, oh, Dev really went to Hong Kong. I don't think Thailand has as big of a hit, like impact of, Thailand's just like a dream location anyway. But yeah, there's multiple conferences there. So we'll go to Block Mountain, and we've reached out to, I think, only 3 right now for speaker spots to be able to be a speaker. Bear in mind, BitBoy Squad had told me that it's like a network thing, because they get emailed all the time, and it's really the same thing we're doing too. I want to speak, and in the end, I just want to promote my project. But yeah, then it's about screening the projects, and if you go through someone, then you're more likely to get a speaking role. And that's what we're going through OKX and our promotion company as well for a speaking spot. Where, I mean, imagine with our promotion company, as we start our collaboration, we're able to not just promote Holkino, but them as well. So they're incentivized to get us a speaking spot too. And that way we stand out as not only fluent English speaker, because I do believe all these conferences are run in English because it's international, but also not just a boring tech speaker. I'm going to bring out some flair to it. So we have a few conferences that we're looking at already. We also have WOW Summit that we got recommended by OKX. It's $250 right now for the ticket in Hong Kong. So we're thinking about planning around campaign with the promotion company in Hong Kong, saying we're going to WOW Summit, they're going, we go together, we meet up OKX. We're able to introduce them to OKX. They introduce us to a bunch of people. Bear in mind, we are in Asia, so it's not that we're waiting for WOW Summit. WOW Summit's March 28th, 29th, or 29th, 30th. But we're not necessarily waiting for that date. When they say, after New Year's, hopefully the first week in January, they'll be back in office. And we can talk more about, hey, let's meet up in February for the intro, like a week or something, do some meetings, et cetera, et cetera. And then WOW Summit will be the next meetup. That way we can have, not just a one and done relationship, but hey, I'll see you guys at the WOW Summit. But we've already met up. What's handy is that we're in Thailand. We're right next door. So there's also in Malaysia, I think 3 or 4 as well. So we're looking at those. And then there's some in Korea later in the year. So we'll be going to a lot of different conferences in Asia, and as well as multiple of the utilities are good to go. Myself, I'm working on the 24/7 Holkino YouTube music channel. Bloom Block's already out. BitMeme is already going with the logo is just what we're working on right now. You already saw one side of it. We're making the banner side of it as well. Yeah, so that's where it's at. Then we have the AMAs lined up for January 7th. And then we'll have those as promotion, and our utilities will be out, and then we'll have the list of the new utilities that are coming as well in the coming days and weeks after January 7th. We'll be rolling out some snippets, some Medium articles for those utilities. Depending if Believes Crypto was correct that January 16th we expect to pump inside of the market, then we'll also tie up some other promotions to that. We can also, after our 10 utilities, we're also going to be talking to Binance Live AMA. That we have a connection for. It's also through the network. But yeah, so we'll have that, but we'll give that some time in between for promotion, and we'll be doing that along with promoting and vlogging our time across Asia and networking out there too. So those are some of the, that's what I've been doing in the last 22 hours, looking it up through my phone while balancing out utility as well as just like holidays and whatnot. So a bit vacant on my personal life, but at the same time, a lot of compiling information and getting ready for the pump of January. Nice that we have Believes Crypto on our side for us not having to waste time on TA for delivery. We also have some of our members looking at the market as well. So it keeps us relevant on not just the efforts that we're doing of, okay, we're doing a Binance Live AMA. We don't want to have that AMA scheduled for a time in the market where all we see is red. That's kind of a waste of an AMA. January 7th is different, marks our 6-month anniversary. Hopefully we get some relief after the new year, but January 16th is the golden date that Believes Crypto has said as far as trends in the past years. So we're able to plan some promotion around that. I wish our 6-month anniversary was January 16th, but nonetheless, this way we have a lot of promotion ammo to push out for shills and some contests, as well as some more promotion, like the Binance Live AMA or getting Crypto Lifers AMA going. I did reach out to him for the 7th, but again, holiday season, a lot of people just turn it off, especially the ones that like influencers that don't necessarily need to be consistent. But yeah, I feel like everyone should be consistent, like what we're doing here. But those are your updates. Sorry for the connection issues. It seems like you guys could hear me the whole time this time. Any questions, feel free to ask. I'll go on mute for a couple of seconds and probably clarify a couple of things if I don't hear any questions. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Feel free to send pictures to the chat of the fireworks. I think we'll have a bit of fireworks, and I'll dabble with maybe I'll dabble with the Instagram filter, give you guys a bit of a snippet. Yeah, so after the New Year is January 1st. January 1st is hangover day for a lot of people, but January 2nd is getting it back in the year, set some goals. So we'll be rolling out some utility, showing some more strength for Holkino as those goals of I'm going to be rich this year. That is Hulk Inu's responsibility for the push. Obviously, we'll be pushing, and the impact will be the determinant will be determined by what this market is doing. If we're seeing a nice positive market, and I'm not saying bull market, I'm not saying we're going back to ATH. No one knows that, but I'm saying if we just have a nicer sentiment inside of the market after the new year, we are going to have some nice pumps for Holkino. But at the same time, regardless, we're working on real life utility that operates off chain, bringing it on chain, incorporating the project with these utilities for more stability outside of what the market is saying. This way, in the future, as we go forward, so let's say 6 months down the line, right? We've had some nice pumps in the market. We brought a bunch of utility. Holkino is at new ATH, new floors, new support as far as members go, and then the market crashes again. We're right back to where we are now. Let's say that happens in 6 months. Then we have off-chain operations, like the revenue from Bloomblock, like the Bitmeme side. Yes, they're still tied to crypto, and StreamYard is not necessarily just crypto. It's anything that's live. Then we're able to innovate those, market them out, not just in these the promotion streams that we have now, but outside of it, so we can increase social media advertisements for those utilities that bring revenue and exposure into Holkino. So it's a synergetic promotion approach, but it's also independent exposure. So we're working towards no longer having to rely on influencers. With that in mind, our 24/7 Holkino YouTube channel, that is for us to become an influencer or monetized, for Holkino to have a more following, of course, for YouTube. But you get to a certain threshold where you're able to have advertisements on there, so we can start to monetize our VC updates, these daily AMAs. So move forward efficiently with financial rewards for it. And then also when we reach that point and you see that, okay, Holkino made itself an influencer, that's pretty dope for a project. There's no influencer for Shiba Inu Volcano, and we won't necessarily be promoting anything. It's just we'll be monetizing and be able to do AMAs on there like we've been doing, but with a bigger incentive for someone to do an AMA with us, not just, there's going to be exposure, but also the financial rewards. We agree to do an AMA with you from our back end. And then you get some exposure, but then also we'll buy into your project. So the YouTube side, I guess, will be kind of like a DAO. Like we'll do a vote we'll do a vote from the community members of aping into this project, locking it, or we're going for 2x, 3x, 4x from this project, and we determine what we're aping into. And then from that, if it's a bad call from our side and we don't make a profit, then myself will reimburse the original funds, and that way we only stand to win. And then we also have an influencer campaign attached to that. So if you want to become an influencer on Twitter or YouTube, then we'll support you. So very multifaceted on every single piece that we do. And the beauty of it is when it's interconnected growth for a bigger impact into the market, that multifaceted aspect, it just gets bigger and bigger. We're expanding our capabilities, the Whole Kinu strength. Whole Kinu Strongest Kinu is not just about market cap, right? It's about the utility, the development, I'm a Whole Kinu holder and therefore I have this. Like a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT holder has all these exclusive luxurious perks that come over once in a while. But then we're adding in things that are more that, I'm a Whole Kinu holder, so I'm getting this passive income from NFTs, getting this passive income from Inu Studios. We built this comic. Check this out. Show this to your kids. Here's merch that I get for free from being a Valhalla holder. Here's a Christmas gift for Whole Kinu. Hey, buy it. I heard you bought in the Whole Kinu. Here's a free shirt. You guys have a business. I can increase your reviews thanks to Whole Kinu. They'll also revamp your website. They'll keep you at a 5-star rating for 1 year just for $1,000, and also monitor your website to make sure it's upholding the brand of 5 stars. And that's just some of them. You're in a project, Whole Kinu. I know these guys. They'll do a financial visualizer for you. If you guys are so transparent, then use their financial visualizer. You guys are still using StreamYard. Whole Kinu has this. Check this out. So there's a lot more power of Whole Kinu, but also power to you as a holder. CryptoPrince says, do people pay for those services? The service of, I gotta assume that's the StreamYard service, right? Because if I went from Merchline, yes. What else did I talk about? Bitmeme, Bloomblock, the influencer side of things. What service are you talking about, CryptoPrince? I have to assume you're talking about StreamYard. Currently, yes, they pay for StreamYard as a premium service. So I think there's a free aspect to it. But then if you're an influencer and you want to have, I think it's more than 3 people on, you have to pay. If you went to multi-stream, you have to pay. So not just the YouTube Live, but if you want to send it to Twitter, Twitch, et cetera, you have to pay. Yeah, they all have to pay. So right now we're, as far as it's going to go, the competitive advantage is really the cost. So there's a few different things for creating a product and your promotion, your niche, your KPI, your key performance indicator. Is it the cost effective? Are you going the luxurious routes with exclusivity, like what you see a lot with NFTs? Cost effective, is obviously just beating your competitor's price. And then there's obviously your innovations. I shouldn't have gone through this list. There's a few. But yeah, so we're going for cost effective with a similar product, but it's also innovated, so it'll have some small additional features to it. Now, bear in mind, StreamYard's been around, man, and it's a business that people are living off of. There's an entire team for StreamYard. So we're doing this as an add-on for us. So we're inspired by StreamYard, adding in some nice qualities to it. As we go through, we get more and more users. There'll be complaints, and those complaints are points of feedback. So that's but V1 will be fully operational with so it'll be the same thing as StreamYard, but free, as well as obviously reskinned, so look different and different name, of course. And then with some nice small features. They don't like the box, like you heard on one of these VCs, the box of if you're on like a FaceTime, you're in a box, they're in a box. They want it so that you can just have the frame of your body with no background. I think TikTok for that. So that's also easy. So that's what I said. That's why I talked about nothing is truly created, it's recycled. So now we're doing the zoom effects, which is what StreamYard did for lives. But then we're adding in the TikTok feature for a blurred background or non-existent backgrounds. Then with Skype or Zoom, you can also move around who's speaking. That's added in. We're also adding in a timer aspect of, hey, tell me about your project. You have 10 minutes. Timer's up on screen. And adding more into that. But there's so much to incorporate into it as far as what we can do. But yeah, we continuously keep bringing that to the dev. But yeah, so it's let's start with something that's right there, nice and easy to understand. and then we can add in more and more. But as far as these are some of the main headaches that we got from Bleaves, World Crypto, Adam Shelton, and the timer is from ourselves. I like the way you think, Taz Crypto. Crypto Prince says, what is the plan for the filters? Any plans to get it out and make earning? The Now I did talk about the filter. Yeah, you're talking about the Holkinu filter, the augmented reality. Tell me no if no. Okay, yeah. Um, how we're going to be putting that around? As we're going to be using it as a utility, right? So it's exposure focused, yes, but it's going to be a utility for contests, for myself going to conferences, for yourself, as we see, people like to upload what they're doing in IRL of like, yeah, I'm getting this drink, I'm at this beach, check this sunset. Now you can add that into Holkino as well. So it'll be from holders. It'll be something for representation. So holders can put it up on their Instagram, et cetera, et cetera. We'll be using it for more reels. So what is the plan for the filters? Yeah, that's what I've talked about this a bit earlier. We're able to ride some more trends that are happening inside the market for more exposure on Instagram. So, you see these trends of like, it's the end of 2022. Show me your best view is the same one. A few other ones that are trendy and fun. So we can hop in on that. That'll be fun, like an influencer type of thing. Um, with that, the viral promo contest too. So the idea is you can win money by uploading it. The most likes wins. Crypto Prince says because you can make a partnership with like Snapchat. Um, yeah, I mean the filter it's creative and innovative inside of crypto, but bear in mind inside of social media, it's a standard process. People make filters all the time, but it's just not very common in crypto whatsoever. An interactive augmented reality filter in crypto. But yeah, so it'll be used in a lot of different ways for our project. For contests. So instead of like contests of shill contests, now we can have it of like, film the bio promo contest is meant to film yourself in a public setting saying Holkinu to the moon. And it's something we can circle around and have like, edited videos of it of everyone saying Holkinu to the moon without you having the docs. Um, so yeah, we'll be using a lot of different ways. Reels, uploads, vlogging, viral promo contests, a few other ways too. So yeah, that's there's not really too much to market with the filter as it is it's a non-financial in the sense of it's not financially gaining for us. It's really the opposite, is that we can use this to give away money for contests for you guys, for exposure. So that way anyone that's uploading a picture, they can just add in the Hokinu picture filter to it, and boom, it's Hokinu relevant. Uh, Also, oh yeah, that's what I was forgetting. The filter is imperative for Bitmeme. So crypto focused memes, right? With the filter now, any of you guys can easily just have this meme and add in yourself to the filter or the whole new character, and boom, it's crypto focused. So things like that, concerts. It's the fun side of things. Something for exposure has released more utility. Any other questions? Going twice. Sorry, I went off chat. Where do we leave off? Crypto Prince says because you can make a partnership. Oh, no, we did that one already. My bad. Any news from OKT? I think they are called OKT, or you mean OKX? I don't think I remember OKT. Googling it. Yeah, you mean OKC. And we talked about BKEX, which was Bangkok, if I remember. And OKX, we are in constant communication with. We're in enough communication that we're technically, like, in a sense, a partner. But yeah, it's just more buddy buddy. We're not partnered. I shouldn't have said that. No, OKX supports myself, not necessarily the project. So that they're sharing their crypto conference list with us. We helped them out with promoting NFTs for you guys, which was a free airdrop for NFTs for you to be able to wager on the World Cup. Yeah, that's OKX. Yeah, so we're talking to them. We had a call and they said, like, what do you expect from us as far as collaboration? And they said, do you want us to sell out your NFTs? Which we didn't even know was an option for OKX, as the biggest exchange listing of Asia is OKX, and now they have OKC for the American side of things. So we're talking to them more as far as now. We didn't want them to own all of our NFTs, but yeah, it's definitely possible that they could buy our NFTs and then do giveaway. But we want it to be collaborative, right? So that's not collaboration. That's just support. But that also means that they own our NFT idea until they give them away. Um, so that's not necessarily a negative thing, but independence is quite important for what we're building. Think about what Uber did. They were offered to be bought out a lot with huge shares, or they had a VC venture capitalist that he turned into vice president who tried to control the company and make decisions without consent of other board members because he hold the majority share. That's not necessarily where we're at, but it's just we don't want to have OKX come in and say, yeah, we're going to do this for you, and then there's stipulations to it. But yeah, it's all about mutual benefit. So as we're progressing with Miss Lynn, who is the right hand to one of the co-founders of OKX, then we're able to say, like, hey, we'll represent you guys as they see us go to more conferences. If we can get a speaker role, they watch us speak and say, like, yeah, we can say, like, yeah, this is Hokina's NFT concept for higher utility NFTs, higher utility in general. We've teamed up with OKX. Yeah, we're talking to Ms. Lynn at that same side of creating a relationship with someone, right? We've been talking now for like 2 or 3 months. Happy holidays. How are you doing? Tired, overworked, etc., etc. It's been like 28 hours since I've slept. Um, so it's more of building a relationship, and then it's more of like, hey, can you help us out with this side of things? We want to get private sale or seed rounds for our game to develop it, where we have someone that can develop it affordable through our network, but we also want to be able to market it extremely strongly. Things like that are definitely in line. But as we get closer and closer relationship, we can figure out which side of things. Like, if we're talking about, hey, OKX, we launched Bloomblock. We want you guys part of it. They may not be very interested because they also have like a news side of things too. Um, but yeah, the longer that we're in contact, the more that they see it as, okay, very viable. Miss Lynn will push harder and harder for us for no, we're going to do this NFT thing. They helped us out with our NFTs. They're continuously growing. This dev works harder than I do. Every time I talk to him, he's online. He's always responding, et cetera, et cetera. So it's a bit of a playing the game. Any other questions? Going 3 times. So OKX is in line with us. Proof of Memes wants us on their launchpad as well, where we've established a relationship with them. What was the other called? Dev United. They're taking a break from crypto right now, but because what their idea is, they buy dead projects or take over dead projects and then rebuild them. So we're exchanging different launch concepts with them. So that's handy for our bridging aspects, migration aspects. And then they support us as well. So if you like the dev, you like the project, then you're all about this the Voltino side of things. If you're starting to get this organic growth, which is really just organic promotion from higher and higher influencers. So things like that. We spoke to Jay Gagan. He's a terrible DMer. We spoke to Ian Heinisch, B Roots in the past. So on our side of things and a lot of people's side of things, not really into how Ian Heinisch and B Roots operate as influencers and their rep too. So, still obviously exploring it, but not this chit chat, friendly. Like OKX is esteemed, doing everything the right way, very business focused, have a lot to offer, and these guys will pump your chart up, but then we control your chart. I don't want to say too much, but how they went how they went about it when we won the Shill Tank was not great. And then since then, I rejected the offer, which was a very pivotal time for us. We could have said yes and really kicked off like crazy. Even just from winning Shill Tank, we had was it 15,000 back to back in buys? I think it was more actually. And they were saying, yeah, we can pump your chart up, but they wanted max bags and stuff. So this is the truth. They wanted max bags. Wouldn't tell us what they were doing. Then thereafter, we hear that they tank charts and stuff. They're getting that BitBoy thing. They're getting fired out of promoting crappy projects, but it's because of their influence. So they're project killers. So there's strategic networking that we're doing. So we have a lot of fresh exchanges that I know you guys love. They're fresh exchanges, and they want us to be on there first. But the thing is, you go onto these exchanges, and then the exchange they're fresh, and if their project doesn't survive, then your investment as the exchange is there also gets hit, which hits our chart as well. So we're not very focused on exchanges at this time in the market with traffic being so low. And I think we're all on the same page now of, yeah, let's go to conferences, more in real life promotion. And that's also tied into more in real life utility for the project, for more stability, more push outside of just the market. And then going into Asia in real life, promoting there, that'll definitely bring some booms into Holkino as well. So there's so many different angles that we have available for 2023, all of them practical, all of them easily attainable before halfway through 2023. The first quarter, second quarter, easily done. But at the same time, you can push back against the market, but the more you push, the more it pushes back as well. So we're in that development phase, the building phase, with promotion attached to it. But we reached that point before this 10 utilities by 6 months. We reached the point of the promotion strategies that we were using was a repeat of everything we've been promoting. So now it's time for us to grow this project even bigger, more strength, more capabilities, therefore more exposure. So yeah, so with this, we're entering into Holkino becoming a whole new project, if you see what I mean. Before it was, very graphical, comic, games, NFTs, playful NFTs, promotion, very much push. And now we're going into more business savvy, more of utility development, push, comic, games, all that's still there with added in independent strengths, independent, what should I say, synergetic or optimized. No, that's not really it. More of a hub around Holkino, franchise, a operating company, and not just a standalone business. So we're adding that in, and that's how it's all interconnected. So what business concept would that be? Facebook owning WhatsApp and multiple other social media outlets, so that way that their growth pushes even more. Tesla operating multiple tech companies as well as social media as well. So now that all interconnects, where the Tesla is the hub. It's a hub around Tesla, with Twitter being the center point of communication, the hub of communication. Things like that to grow the project even more for his own standalone push. The more that we do that, guys, the more that this turns kind of into a stock. So we'd be like the stock operating crypto token. So hopefully that makes more sense. And bear in mind, though, if tomorrow we wake up and Ethereum goes to 2K, 3K, then we go back into that extremely hard promotion push. But right now we can do that. But I'm sure you guys would rather see your dev, instead of yelling at a wall, which is, promoting hard inside of this market. Instead, it's building and then promoting, talking about things that are new. No more of what we're going to do, more about what we've done and what's to come thereafter. So I'll leave it open for any final questions, sentiments. Hopefully everyone's enjoying their new year. Feel free to send over pictures of your events, your festivities, your drinks, your foods. And we get your New Year's resolutions right. Holkino's already got a bunch lined up, as I've already gone over, with some nice, happy surprises as we go into the new year too. Crypto Prince, so from the OKX question, he says asking for max bag to pump the chart and then dump it would destroy the name of. Oh, this is about the shill tank. Asking for a max bag to pump the chart and then dump it would destroy the name of the project and rumors of the debt. Yeah, that's exactly the thing. I mean, it was very very clear of what their strategy was, and so I protected the project. Said no, haunted me for a few days. Telling my mentors, yeah, we had this exposure possibility. But as the time went by, very happy that we didn't necessarily pursue that. And that's why we still have our stability. Remember that our focus, as what I said, as far as that business side of things, of having a hub around Holkinu for independent exposure and passive income, streamlined income into the chart, is all tying to chart stability. So things like that of people asking for max bag tokens instead of payments. It's one side of, yes, these influencers are very strong inside of the market, but the market isn't strong. And then it's also giving away that piece of the company that now is uncontrolled. So yeah, at your best time, these huge dumps. I'm not saying that it comes from these influencers, but it comes from those max baggers that are just getting in from a hollow pump, not necessarily like what you guys like our max baggers or you are following. You guys are in this because of what we're telling you is going on, the constant communication, and what we're building towards. Um, so yeah, we bring out utility, and it's not that it's this one huge utility that's coming out. It was all this hype, the buy the rumor, sell the news. We're going around that with the synergetic growth, interconnected growth, with a stable chart. So buy the rumor, sell the news entices people to take out initials instead of a dump. As we start to progress more and more, it goes into, oh, I'm holding more and more for the game to be released, for the NFT marketplace, for the consulting company, for the comic studio, for the patent, all of these things. But then when you get to that point of, yeah, I'm holding it to this point, and there's these booms in the chart, you start to realize more and more that, yeah, this is quite the stable chart. It's going up strategically for actual reasons, but also these reasons stabilize the chart. If we pump because Inu Studio comes out, we pump because we have the patent, then if you're a smart trader, you know that, okay, that means passive income's coming back into the project. So this is a pump from this release, but also that revenue, the success of that release goes back into the project, making it grow more and more and more, and not fully just focused on the market. Like if it was if we had an exchange, and it depends on the more projects we get in there, the more fees we have, the more trades they do, the more fees we get. But then the market turns slow, there's less projects. Now our exchange, we have to wait for the market to pick up. We're going the opposite side of, we're now promoting our business that all the profits go back into Holkinu outside of the market. So if the market is super dry with, let's say, Inu Studios, then we could focus more on going to a Comic-Con, getting a new client in that's using our patent. We get a certain royalties forever, and we get someone that pops off too. It gets more and more of potential for Holkinu to blow up, and not just Holkinu's efforts, but now the efforts of the utilities. Same thing for StreamYard. Our StreamYard push, that we have more and more influencers using it. Then we start to have huge influencers that nobody that we know of, even your highest, even a BitBoy can't even get in talks with, like a CZ, Vitalik, Elon Musk starts to use our utilities. So it's more and more of a push that way with more stability inside of our project. CryptoPrint says, but you don't sell on swaps during the bull run, but on exchanges. Yeah, my point was more of it's not so much reliant on the market. Bear in mind, we're still innovating inside of crypto, but inside of a bear market, we're doing both. We're also the true mass adoption into the next bull run. The true bull run. The bull run will be hit with true mass adoption from real life use case utilities surrounding crypto. There's now utilities of Airbnb with crypto. Travala allows you to book tickets with crypto. Banks adopting crypto. Countries adopting crypto. The first bull run was the hype of what crypto can be. That turned into, as well as mass adoption for more push inside of crypto. But now with the bear market, everything that's happened, it's more about securities, regulation, which in turn means mass adoption of crypto, which was what's going to push us past our previous ATH with Bitcoin, Ethereum, et cetera, et cetera. Same strategy as what Holkinu is doing. Mass adoption. That's what's going to push us past our ATH. Also stabilize us with the next bear market or any sentiment inside of the market. or the transparency that we have, calling regulation securities into crypto, having real life utility for those profits and revenues to be in operation coming back into the chart. You invest into crypto not just because of the name. What are we doing with your investment? We're using that and investing into utilities for a positive return on investment, bringing that back into the chart for your investment to now be worth more because we did things with it, not just promotion, not just hollow pumps. Hopefully that makes sense. And that way we have independent exposure, independent moon potentials, and independent financial revenue coming in, regardless of the sentiment of the market. Now, the economy, different story, right? If there's no money in the economy, we don't have buyers. That's tough with the recession coming. But in the same sense, there's always there's huge opportunities in times of war, opportunities in times of turmoil. Like everyone says, the rich get made inside the bear market by not letting fear control you, doing your research, staying up to date. In bull market, it's action, 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 money, 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 and bear market is investment, 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 and the money starts flooding in, either over time from a mass adoption thing, of people starting to take notice, and then they all start to flock in. With you just need one investor, like a one like from Vitalik that you see, or a CZ that you're seeing now, that'll boom up a chart. Now we're doing that tenfold, 20-fold with utilities, with exposure, and then the market kicks into. Then uh, we have all of the means for pumps and all of the reasons for holds. That's probably the best way to say it. We are building means for pumps and reasons to hold. Not just this is what we're doing, but you're seeing it develop. You're seeing it in action. It's out. It's growing. We're growing. We're pushing more and more utilities out development. It's not just, oh, we're advertising, advertising, advertising. That's not a true stable business. That's not a token that you could feel comfortable holding for years. At the same side, that's more of a business acumen, a stock side of things. But even with stocks, you're not getting this daily update from the dev, or even if it's a weekly update, you're not getting that. It's just being surprised. That was the call to DAOs, of having influence from the members. As we go forward, we grow and grow and grow. We have 40, 50, 100, 200, 1,000 people on VCs. You're still getting information from the dev. This is what we're doing next. And then we'll have, what about this? What about that? More and more feedback. And the better that we can answer those questions, the more confident you can be in, okay, I don't, maybe I don't understand why we're doing this utility, but any single question that gets asked to the team, they have an answer. They have 3 answers, 4 answers. So that's something that the stock market doesn't have. So innovation inside of innovation is my point there. So do yourself a favor and make your investment inside of Holkino. Challenge, get involved, watch us grow, watch us push more and more out. And it's not just, hey, exchange listing. So we had months of that, and now we have a lot of our members. I see it coming in. People came into the chat a couple times, and we have not just team members, but community members that are saying, exchange listings aren't doing much in this market. We're doing this instead. I see you guys grasping the concept. It's good, and the fact that you guys get it, you agree with it. You're not alone, right? So you're one person out of millions, billions. So as we start to push out more utility, do more promotion, that concept starts to become more and more clear on face value. Holkino, 10 utilities. Oh, I get it. They're doing like a business type of thing. They're building out multiple streams of revenue. Okay, I see. They're also adding in more and more exposure. I see how that this is benefiting the chart. Okay, this is going to be a very stable chart, and it's growing. It's growing. It's getting. Oh, I see they have an organic market maker with their NFTs. I've never seen that before. It's connected to minting. This is two-sided. The invest into the NFT, you invest into the project, then you're starting to make more and more money as we go, and we're bouncing it off of each other, along with passive income coming in, along with them interconnected with a lot of influencers. This is the sleeping giant, the true sleeping giant of, I see them developing, and they are building, they're getting ready for this massive pump. Shiba Inu doesn't have this, Doge doesn't have this, Bitcoin doesn't have this. This starts to become a lot more clear as we're not just saying what we're going to do, but it's there, it's advertised, you see it right there. You've never been on VC before, you have no idea what Holkino is, but you click on the website or you get a shill and you just look to see, do they really have 10 utilities? Damn, never seen that. Good piece of feedback there, Ties Crypto. Volt is great, but even with 103 exchanges, had not gotten them to ATH. Exchanges will do awesome in the bull run. We can wait. Very true. I think they're 103. I thought it was like 57. Damn. Voltino's going hard, but at the same time, you got to give the shout outs to Volt that it's not just exchanges they're doing. They're also doing a lot of promotion, um, like handheld promotion, commercials, etc. Stuff for the community to get involved with. But yeah,
Even the even the voltage chains didn't pump them up. Only a high.
yeah, exactly. But bear in mind, right? Voltino's doing the same thing. So those exchange listings that they're on is more exposure for them in the bull run. VoltiChange is more revenue for them in the bull run. Although, as far as VoltiChange's uh, structure, I don't think it's very revenue focused for them. I think they're actually doing something to benefit projects. They're very much communal, but not just for their community, for other projects. So, they have a treasury of investing, helping projects that are struggling. They have investments for NFTs, and this in turn goes to their holders for Voltino. So now it's if they were to buy like NFTs, Voltino's NFTs, and then give them to their holders, that incentivizes Volcano holders to go into Voltino to try and get an NFT or try to get more stuff from this. So they're doing a very similar strategy to us that they're building inside of the bear market with exchanges. They're easily negotiable. So they can get more negotiations for a better price to go onto exchanges. Then the bull market hits and they have such a big budget. They can promote each individual exchange, and they can also do data analytics for which exchange is the one that's been operating the best, the up and coming one. That is something from a company that is millions of dollars in profit. And they're also their dev, Voltoshi, is rich as fuck. And I think that's also outside of Voltino. So he's able to do everything that is bull market associated in preparation for the bull, and then re-promote that again. So as long as Voltoshi's alive, Voltino is bound to do crazy numbers in the bull run too. And that's our goal, is to surpass them by a similar strategy, teaming up together, or really just going side by side. Outside of Volcano, I'll say it is Voltino is my favorite as far as what they do. Their chat is open nonstop. They're continuously pushing, pushing, pushing. I got money, but not that type of money. We have resources, not that type of resources. And they're doing well. And they're like we said, they're our role model token. And exactly like what Taz said, we can learn from where they're at. These exchanges, they didn't pump their chart. VoltiChange swap didn't pump their chart. Nothing's going to pump a chart in this market. Only a hollow pump of one of our tweets, Elon Musk or someone up there has liked it, retweeted it. But yeah, I mean, as far as the market itself, independent growth, it's nice and slow. It's building it up, but also we're building up the chance for pump with outside of crypto revenue. So with BitMeme, that can pop off. More funds to Hokino. Bloomblock, that can pop off too. More, that's both very much tied to the bull market, if you can see that. More traffic comes in, more people are looking at Bloomblock, more people are making crypto memes. But even with where we're at now, if we can get some adoption to that, that's also really great profits. But that's why we're doing multiple utilities for multiple streams of income coming in inside of the bear market. So if we're in this side of a market like this for 6 months, then Hokinu still has opportunities for money coming into Hokinu outside of crypto, like our Google review utility that we want to do. It has nothing to do with crypto. How we tie it to crypto is that 50% goes to Hulk, 50% goes into a commission if you found a business that wants to sign up. Simple as that. So 6 months, a year of where we're at right now. Obviously, the market will adapt to it, but then we have multiple sides of income that aren't just relying on crypto. But at the same side, yeah, we're going to exchange listings. Yes, we'll have a Hulk exchange at some point, a Hulk swap. But right now, doesn't make sense for us. Makes sense for VoltiChange. And VoltiChange is quite the unique, good concept. Same type of thing that I would do. Not worried about us making money from you guys. It's more about the exposure, adoption of it. As that starts to grow up, then the money starts to roll in. But it's also bringing everyone to Volt, everyone to Hulk, things like that. But also, as we reveal all of these utilities, like we talked to Voltoshi before about collaboration. He said, "Hey, I like to collab. But what can you offer my community?" I told him straight up, nothing right now. And I wasn't saying for right now. I said, keep it in mind, watch us. And he has been watching us already. And that way, you know, with Bloomblock, with Bitmeme, with more and more utilities with StreamYard, we can have you know, offer their YouTubers on StreamYard and, you know, start to incentivize a Volt Hulk combo type of thing. So my point being, as we release more of these utilities, we have more and more power for partnerships. If we wanted to get listed on OKX, then we can say, hey, listen, we'll promote OKX on Bloomblock. One of our utilities has, like, you know, 1 million followers. We'll promote you guys as a top banner for a month. Things like that. More and more power of Hulk-Inu's, not just for Hulk-Inu, but also for spreading out. If we go to, like, you know, a big project, if we wanted to do Shiba, you know, or Doge, you know, what can you guys offer us? Oh, we can offer you ads on all of our platforms. We can offer, we can move Doge to the first tab of Bloomblock. We can have all of you guys on our StreamYard with extra perks exclusive to you guys for V2. It's just for partner projects that have some special perk to it. And still freemium, not for pay. But we can always make V2 for pay for StreamYard too. If it really does get mass adopted, that's the most business focused thing to do. It's still StreamYard. You still get everything from StreamYard on the free version. But if you want to upgrade to this, then you pay a small fee. But that's later down the line. So hopefully, you guys, it makes more sense to you guys. I'm trying to make it the capabilities of each utility we bring out really spreads exposure, but also possibilities for Hulk-Inu. Whether it be partnerships, whether it be streams of income, whether it be exposure, whether it be, you know, more interconnected growth. Everything pushing each other together. Each utility we bring out does that, and so we're at multifaceted, right? Each one has like about 3 aspects to the utilities. But as we start to bring out more, it starts to become 5, 6, 7, 8 just for one utility of what we can do with it promotion wise, what we can do with it revenue wise, what we can do with it as far as partnering with somebody. So that's where we're going from. And then as we do that, then we have 1 stream of income, 2 streams of income, 3, 4, 5 exposure based with banner ads on these successful utilities. Yes, it's a lot to do, but we're building out utilities that run themselves, like StreamYard. You know, we already have an interest for that. That'll get word of mouth by itself. You're on StreamYard. I'm using DreamStream. It's free and does everything StreamYard does. Pretty easy for that exposure. Same with Bloomblock. We do some more promotion with Hulk-Inu in ties with Bloomblock, so it'll be. If we were doing paid calls at this point, we would be paying for calls for Hulk-Inu brings you Bloomblock. So now we're promoting Hulk-Inu and its new utility, 2 for 1 deal. We do that piece by piece. People go to Bloomblock, cool. Bitmeme, okay, that they get that as well. So we can start to interconnect more and more. And that way we get a bigger bang for our buck. We go into exchange listings in the bull market, an influx of thousands of new investors into Hulk-Inu pumps our charts, but also pumps exposure to our utilities as they're doing research. And word of mouth. But yeah, thank you guys for joining though. I kind of went into a circle there. I don't want to talk about the possibilities and what's to come. Let's talk about what we're doing. And you're going to be seeing more utilities coming. Remember, January 7th, that's just about a week. And there's 5 utilities coming in a week. And then 4 AMAs on the 7th. So new Medium articles will be dropping soon. Some snippets. We already sent you a snippet of the Bitmeme logo. We'll send you a snippet of the Bitmeme cover art and ask the dev. Since he has the logo, then he can do the front end as well and ask him to give us a snippet of the site for you guys. And yeah, so that's how you'll see. You'll see more and more developments. And augmented reality will be the next utility to come out. Thank you guys for listening in. Go enjoy your New Year's. I told you I wanted to be quick. We're on here for an hour. My bad. I get really caught up. I'm very excited for 2023. Yeah, shout out Joe Biden for coming in. We love having you here. Keep coming in and ask your questions. You're always welcome. Any challenge is always welcome, dude. Taz Crypto, thank you. Hexa, Polka, Jean Gray, Shiba Doge Soldier, Shao, Crypto Prince. Love all you guys. Enjoy your New Year. Set some beautiful New Year's resolutions. Hulk-Inu will make you rich if you guys stick with us. Hulk out. Hulk out.